Hi, hello everyone. Welcome again to a new video. So, as part of today's video, I'm going to share how we can understand risk and the risk management. What are the different methods that we apply on a very brief in the risk management, and we will also understand how we can use a risk acronym to understand four key practices of risk management. So, let us begin. So, what exactly is a risk and the risk management? So, a risk is defined as an unforeseen event that could impact the outcome of a project, either positively, in that way we call it as an opportunity, or negatively, that means it could be a threat to the project. So, a risk is basically a future event that hasn't occurred, but I mean, if it occurs, it could impact the outcome or the objective or the goal of the project either positively or negatively. So, it needs to be managed. One example of a positive risk could be that, let's say, there is an organization and they are working on a project for a very first time because it's on a new technology. So there is a potential risk. But again, there is an opportunity that, once this organization delivers this project on new technology for the very first time, they may get some potential customers because of the success of this particular project. So there is a potential opportunity as well. And what exactly is a risk management? So, risk management is basically a set of methods or practices, or it's a process that helps us to identify the risk first, and secondly, how we can reduce or eliminate the probability and impact of a risk. So, on a very simple note, risk management is all about a process of identifying the risk in a project and managing them effectively, so that we reduce the impact of those risks. Now, what are some key practices or risk management methods? So, one such example is the resolve. Uh, we call it as a ROAM technique: resolved, owned, accepted, and mitigated. So, resolve means the risk has been resolved now, meaning it's been eliminated or solved. One example could be there was a potential risk that was identified earlier that, for one of the user access module, we definitely need one architect for our project. Now, this risk has been resolved as architect has onboarded for the project. Second method is owned. That means risk has been owned either by a team member or a group of members. That person or group of persons is responsible for taking care of or managing the risk. So that assigned person or a group of persons, they are accountable for that particular risk. So it could be like one example that risk related to project compliance and safety measures that has been assigned to the compliance and safety team. Now that particular team is taking care of how to take care of the compliance and safety related methods and the processes within the project. Third thing could be the accepted. So we there could be some risk where we cannot apply any mitigation or anything that to reduce the impact of the risk or to solve them at a very first step. So for all such risks, what we try to do is we accept them. So risk which cannot be resolved at this particular time and hence it's been accepted and it needs to be dealt with at the time of occurrence. So one such example could be, there is a formula drivers or racing drivers. They accept the risk of, driving at a very high speed and the potential injury that could occur. And the fourth one is mitigation. So that means, risk has been mitigated through a plan or steps that result into risk reduction or risk elimination. Let's say, for an example, team is new to a big data platform and this risk has been reduced or mitigated by having a workshop for the entire team. So that means it has been reduced. Like in the picture there is a diagram, like there is a risk of getting the germs, so we are using a hand sanitizer to mitigate the risk of catching the germs or the viruses. Now, I just thought like, we know that, Rome is the potential acronym for it, but I just thought like if we can use another acronym to remember these four steps. So I thought like, can we expand the risk as an acronym for the risk management, where R is for the resolved, I is means that means a risk has been identified, owned or acknowledged. S is means that means it has been started or accepted. K is that risk has been curbed or checked or restrained. So this is how we can use the risk as a method to remember four key techniques of risk management. All the risks that we have identified, has any of those risks been resolved? It has been identified, it has been accepted or started, or it has been curbed, mitigated, or checked. So that's all about today's video. I hope you guys liked it. And if you are new to my channel, please do share and subscribe. Thank you.